All right, let's go. It has been a rough couple of days for crypto. What started off looking like a wrong turn has actually turned into a full-blown disaster. But as the market does its best Mitch McConnell impression, we need to wipe the tears off our bitch tits and prepare for what is next. No one says it better than the wordsmith, Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana.
To my friends who are upset, I would say with respect, call somebody who cares. They better get used to this.
So look, there are a lot of new and uncomfortable things that we just need to get used to.
Joe Biden's buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine during the Revolutionary War of 1812. God damn.
However, as the prices fall, the news continues to remain positive. FDIC plans to revise crypto guidelines per Barron's. FDIC aims to allow banks to engage in some crypto activities. Banks met with officials to discuss crypto custody, tokenized deposits. So during times like this, the best thing you can do is employ a solid strategy. Mine is, I go to Walmart every day at 6 a.m., I put a half a dozen eggs in my jacket, and I walk out the door. We are living in a world where everyone thinks they want transparency until they see how uncomfortable it is. Big news right here, SEC transfers top crypto litigator to IT department. According to the Wall Street Journal, Jorge Tenrero has been moved to an office that maintains the agency's computer systems.
So if you could just go ahead and pack up your stuff and move it down there, that would be terrific.
And yes, this is the same Jorge Tenrero whose signature is on the notice of appeal for the SEC in its case against Ripple. So it definitely feels like out with the old and in with the new.
The item that President Trump asked our working group on digital assets to study is whether it's feasible to create either a Bitcoin reserve or some sort of digital asset stockpile. And so we're going to be looking at that question. We haven't committed yet to doing it, but it's one of the first things we're going to be looking at.
The feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve, you said that's being studied. It's one of the first things that's on the table here. What goes into that process? Is that something that would be standalone, or is that something that could potentially be tucked into, say, a sovereign wealth fund, which has been the speculation today on the heels of that executive order?
I guess it's possible that the sovereign wealth fund could decide that they want to make Bitcoin or digital assets part of its portfolio. You're going to have to ask the incoming Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, about that.
I have hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars exposure to Bitcoin. And it will be billions.
Check this out. A couple of days ago, Eric Trump posted on X, in my opinion, it's a great time to add ETH. And then we see this, BlackRock's ETF just bought the second largest amount of Ether on record. But I think someone needs to tell Vitalik that ETH is still down close to 35% over the past 2 months. And take a look at this, XRP price analyst bullish on $5 next, long-term target of $18. This is from the Dark Defender on X. XRP had a fourth wave of intermediate cycle, which I highlighted in dark blue, aiming for 585 with the fifth wave. On the other hand, primary cycle waves, highlighted in light blue, still aim at $18.22. But if we take a look at another perspective here from Nishant Bliss, XRP was rejected from key resistance at $3.29, triggering a sharp pullback. There was a strong bounce from the sub $2 level, which suggests demand, but bearish pressure still persists. He says to watch $2.50, a breakdown could lead to $2 and then $1.61 testing the support. His bullish case scenario is that XRP needs to reclaim 270 plus for the upside momentum to return. And this was not good. XRP Ledger temporarily halts block production. Ripple CTO cites possible network drift. From the Schwartz, the network is now recovering. We don't know exactly what caused the issue yet. He says, super preliminary observation, it looked like consensus was running, but validation was not being published, causing the network to drift apart. And the other thing that everyone is talking about are the horrible acts of one Adolf Musk in an attempt to dismantle the corruption that is so popular and ingrained with the American people. I think we can all agree that spending $8 million of taxpayer money to study the effects of flavored cigarettes on bisexuals and lesbians is definitely money well spent. So look, whether it's flavored vapes for lesbians or turning the Taliban trans, there is a lot of speculation that the USAID corruption is really just the tip of the iceberg. I think this post sums it up perfectly. Elon is basically cutting all the subscription services the US forgot about for 60 years. So while people are gonna say no one voted for Elon, you could also make the point that no one voted for Kamala in the primaries, and no one ever voted for this cuck in any election. One thing is for sure, when it comes to Elon Musk, when it comes to having him on your team or not, I'd much rather have him on my team. The guy is an absolute machine. He runs 5 companies, each valued over $1 billion, plus Tesla, worth over $1 trillion, and he's saving the government approximately $1 billion a day.
This dude is probably one of the most unintelligent billionaires
I have ever met or seen or witnessed. Which, you could probably even glean that from watching people on TV.
So as you can see, the Democrats are at max fuck around levels here. This ultimately results in max find out levels. They must be retarded. As of late, we have been seeing max fuck around levels by AOC and other D employees. It appears that they really want to find out. Not such a good idea with enemies in my corner.
Taking a look at some other headlines. Senator Bill Hagerty and others have proposed the Genius Act, a bill that establishes a clear regulatory framework for stablecoins. The SEC Crypto Task Force website is now live. According to Barron's, banks have met with government officials to push for offering crypto custody for assets like Bitcoin and XRP. And this just in.
Stop staring at my giant watermelon head.
9 out of 10 women agree that Adam Schiff's voice is the leading cause of vaginal dryness.
Raining vaginas!
All right, let's take a look at some target price levels. When we look at this on a monthly view, you can see XRP has broken this 80 level on the stochastic RSI. And we are looking at this on the XRP USD chart, but this is also the case for the XRP BTC chart and the XRP ETH chart. This just adds to the overall bullish case on a macro view. Obviously, as we saw on Sunday, we need to make sure we keep our emotions in check for any wicks down, as retracements are needed and healthy during a bull cycle. You can see we have updated the orange box, assuming that the local top is in. This orange box is made up of the 0.618 and the 0.786 fib retracement levels. This coincides with between $1.11 and $1.60. This level also coincides with the top of this triangle, which previously provided 7 years worth of resistance for XRP. This is an interesting area to watch if XRP continues dropping as a possible area to add heavily if this previous resistance is flipped into new support. So I'll be watching, and we'll have another update after the weekly close on Sunday. Remember, keep your head up because things are bound to get better. Everything will work itself out after the initial discomfort. We may be in for a year of some shocking realizations, but in the end, I think crypto will be great again. And if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video right here, shocking new information that every XRP holder must know. Until the next time, be safe.